Hello, and welcome to Humanizing Mosquito Control. I'm Elizabeth Morabito with N&R Publications. Okay, so you may be asking yourself, what the heck does she mean by humanizing mosquito control? Well, I'm going to start by sharing what I don't mean. No, we don't need human-sized mosquitoes. Although that may be a good Halloween costume. Am I right? There you go. You're all set for October. But in all seriousness, the first time I heard the term humanizing mosquito control was from Joe Conlon. He is American Mosquito Control Association's former technical advisor, and he was speaking at the mosquito conference in Ohio in, I think it was 2018. And what he was trying to do was to impress upon the attendees the importance of really getting outside of their comfort zone and marketing themselves to their community members. They really need to share those stories of who they are, what they do, why they're doing it. And so those three little words, the minute they came out of his mouth, I was like, aha, that is just the perfect way to describe what we do for mosquito control and vector control districts. So Joe, if you happen to be watching, thank you so much, because I have been using those three little words ever since you spoke them. I truly believe that your agencies deserve and need to be understood and recognized for the life-saving work that you're doing. Putting a face to the name, so to speak, or at least some context around what you do, allows community members to form an emotional connection with the content you are sharing. We know from communication theory that for a reader to change their behaviors or beliefs, they need to be emotionally engaged. Your public relations work on top of all this is really quite challenging. You need to educate community members about the dangers mosquitoes can present. They're not always just a nuisance. They actually have the inherent dangers, as you know. But you don't want to scare them to death either. This could have a very negative consequence, and so we don't want to go there. When I started this work 3 years ago, I had no idea how downright terrifying mosquitoes are. So I totally understand the challenge that you are presented with. But I think that's where we really shine. We present vital information in a friendly, easy to understand, compelling format. And I'm going to show you what I mean right now by sharing my screen and taking you to our website. So our website is called nrpubs.com. You can see it up here. We have done over 600 publications in a wide variety of subject matters. You can see some of our major buckets here, and I'm going to scroll down to mosquito and vector control. We work primarily with government agencies and nonprofits. That's where our sweet spot is. We need organizations that have deep content. You're doing life-changing, life-saving work. There's meat on the bone, so to speak. That's why our publications are so great, because there's space there to really share that content and tell those vital stories. We've done 22 mosquito and vector control. Did I say mosquito? If I did, sorry. Mosquito and vector control publications. I'm going to scroll through and show you them. Most of them are in California, simply because we are headquartered in Sacramento. So a lot of our work is in the state. But we have done a few actually out of state. Here are two for Louisiana. And then we have one for Benton County, which is Washington. And then we have the Utah one here. But in total, there's 22. I also want to point out this one for Fresno, we actually translated into Spanish. So they have two separate publications, one in English and one in Spanish. We can translate into any language that you need as well. And we can also do it within one publication. We can do a flip publication. We can alternate, some content English, some Spanish. It's really quite flexible. So first, I'm going to take you to my latest publication. It's a little 4-pager. 3 districts came together on this. 2 were in the same county and 1 was a neighboring county. One of my favorite things about this publication is that we took this life cycle image, which is very commonly found within our mosquito publications. But because we are limited on space with the 4-pager, we used this striking image as the cover photo. And I just thought that was a really great way to kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? We're still sharing that information, but we're not taking up the valuable inside space. And then you can see when we open it up, these colors are really striking, really eye-catching. Everything just makes you really want to get in there and see what's being said and what's being pointed out. Lots of entry points. We've strategically designed our publications to engage readers of all intensity levels. Some people are going to be drawn to pictures. Some are going to be drawn to statistics. Some people are going to be drawn to the little icons. There's very, very many entry points so that everyone walks away with something. And I'm going to show you the back page in a second, but here we have the My House image, which is, I think it's the best part of our publications. This is a single page since it's only 4 pages. We don't have a ton of space, but it goes over just those really key areas on the outside of the home where the homeowner needs to pay particular attention that they're not accumulating water and thus breeding mosquitoes. I could see this being ripped out, plopped on the fridge, a good little reminder for them to keep on top of these things. And then here's the back page I was mentioning. So that we call the back page our call to action. So even if a reader doesn't open the publication, right? Because we have readers of all intensities. Some will read them some cover to cover and some aren't. So, but we want to have that key information on the back. So contact information for each of the districts. I think this one's particularly good because it has the map. So if someone doesn't know who their district is, which they probably don't, they could be like, oh, I live in Visalia. Okay, Delta Vector is my district. Okay, I'm going to show you another one. This is an 8-pager. Again, this was actually 3 districts that came together. They were neighboring counties here in California. With 8 pages, we have a lot more room to tell those stories. And so you can see here on the right side, 2 women who got sick from being bitten by vectors. And so these are real women, real people, real stories, real photos, right in the reader's backyard, right? This is pretty compelling. The reader's going to look at this and be like, whoa, okay, this really happened. So I need to be more careful about protecting myself. Here's that home page again. This one's so great. When we have the 8 pages, we can do the double spread, which is really impactful. And the great thing about this particular one is not only do we go over the outside, but we're also going over the inside to cover Aedes aegypti on your person itself, and then pets too. So it's very comprehensive. Again, this could be pulled out from the publication, slapped on the fridge. Great visual, great reminder. Really will help community members a lot. Here we have another story. This gentleman is actually an employee of one of the mosquito districts. So again, humanizing, right? Putting a face with the name. And here for the Ask the Expert, we have Dr. Elizabeth Andrews. So it's really giving credibility to those questions and answers. And then our back page, contact information for each of the districts. And then they decided to kind of summarize what the challenges are with each of the seasons as far as some of those mosquitoes and other vectors that they might be dealing with. So it all starts with a storyboard. And we do that for free. We want to meet with your team. We bring our team and your team together over Zoom. And it's just a big conversation, basically. We just want to talk with you about what's going on in your district, what challenges you're facing, what you want to share with your community members, and we'll come up with a plan of what will go in your publication. We do not expect any commitment until after we do the storyboard and give you the production plan. And then you can decide if you want to move forward. So I want to offer to you, because we really do know how busy you all are fighting the bite. Let us help you with your communication and outreach strategies. We're told that the gatekeeper of the project, and that's the person who goes between your organization and us, spends about a total of 10 hours over the course of the 3 months it takes to complete. That's it. That's pretty darn good. We do all the heavy lifting so you can keep working hard to protect your community members. After the storyboard, you have a couple proofs to review. We'll plan your distribution with you. We have lots of options. You can do digital only. You always get a PDF and the flip book, which is what I was showing you, content files, so you can use the content any way you want, and a cover image. And then we can also distribute into any paper in the country. We can mail to homes and businesses, and of course, print extra copies for you to have on hand. With over 600 publications under our belt, we have a lot of experience, and we're very cost and time efficient. I would really love to work with you. Again, I'm Elizabeth Morabito. I'm the lead marketing and publications consultant, and here's my contact information. I would love to hear from you. Please reach out with questions. I can give you pricing, or we can just chat mosquitoes. I hear they're all the buzz. Okay, that was corny. Take care. Bye-bye.